it started. Let's get it started in here.
Hiya, pal! Yo, what is up there, guys? Ed the Wiz back at it again for another video, and what we have finally is our reveal of the 5th member of the Dandelion group, that of course being none other than Strelitzia right over here. Now, I could be saying that name completely wrong, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So, alright, finally, now let me be the first one to say, thank God it's a girl. No offense, but there was way too many dudes in that group. I'm super happy that they decided to add a girl as one of the leaders, and it's pretty interesting because if you look at the foretellers, you know, it follows the same pattern, that of course being 3 guys and 2 girls. So I like how they kept that consistency. And just looking at her right off the bat, wow, does she look like a really cool character. And it's really funny because I see a lot of people comparing her to Asuna from Sword Art Online. Now, unfortunately, we don't really know too much about her because everything is in Japanese, so we have to wait for that English translation. But from what we've seen in the videos, we kind of have an understanding of her. As we can clearly see, she's kind of in the sideline, in the background, sort of, as the player is playing along. So either she's like invisible, which I really don't think is the case. I feel as though she's just one of those characters that you as a player did not notice was right over there. She could be really shy or timid, or perhaps it is her job to kind of observe from the back, which is kind of weird because, you know, why is she checking up on you, the player? Pretty darn interesting stuff, but of course we'll have to wait for that English translation to go ahead and find out. Now, one big thing, of course, that we kind of have to go ahead and talk about is, you know, when it came to the 5th member of the Dandelions, a lot of people were under the assumption, including myself, were kind of thinking that, perhaps Kairi's grandma is going to be the final member of the Dandelions. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't really seem to be the case. I mean, obviously, this girl is really young, and Kairi's grandma is really old, but there's a couple issues. One of them, of course, being like the year gap between them is pretty darn big, because as you know, with the whole Keyblade War, that was like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, so Kairi's grandma, if she was Strelitzia, would have to be ridiculously old, and I really don't think that's the case. And the other big red flag that we have over here is, of course, like, just look at the eyes. You know, Kairi's grandma, if you look at her eyes, they are a very dark type of blue/purple type of color, and as you can clearly see with Strelitzia, her eyes are extremely light blue, or it's more of a green, kind of hard to tell, but nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is that her eyes are a lot lighter and brighter than Kairi's grandma. Now, I can understand why a lot of people thought it was Kairi's grandma. It honestly made a lot of sense. Kairi's grandma is the only person that really talks about, like, the story. Even in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, you see Kairi's grandma talking about the light and the darkness a long time ago, and so a lot of things were leading up to Kairi's grandma. So unless Strelitzia is Kairi's grandma, then what is going on with the eyes? Did the eye color suddenly become really dark as she aged? I don't really know if that's a thing or not. Or unless Strelitzia is Kairi's grandmother's mom? I mean, that's also quite the possibility. But basically, I feel as though Kairi's grandma is officially out of the picture, and she is not Strelitzia right over here. Maybe she's related to her in some way, shape, or form. That's quite the possibility. But again, I really don't think Kairi's grandma is Strelitzia right over here. The only really noticeable thing that I see is that Kairi and Strelitzia both have the little choker thing and the necklace, but could that really mean something? Well, with Kingdom Hearts, you never know, but I thought I'd just point that out there. But of course, it wouldn't be Kingdom Hearts without that name. Like, Strelitzia, that's a very interesting name, and I went ahead and did a little bit of information. Strelitzia is a genus of 5 species of perennial plants native to South Africa. So, okay, ready? Is a genus of 5 species. And how many leaders are there in the Dandelions? Boom, 5 right over there. So that's pretty darn interesting. But the name Strelitzia also means the bird of paradise. So, that's pretty darn interesting. Maybe she's going to be the one to basically guide everybody, because as you all know, the Dandelions, their job is to rebuild the world after everything gets destroyed and all that. Perhaps she is going to be one of the major survivors within the new group of Dandelions. Not that any of the other ones are going to die, but as we've seen, you know, Ventus is very young, so something happened to him in between the time of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and, as you know, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. We're just gonna have to wait and find out. And another thing that's pretty interesting is that we see Master Ava give Strelitzia one of those green books that we saw Blaine hold, and if you go ahead and look at this scene, the Master of Masters has circled out a name and told Master Ava specifically that he wants Master Ava to give to said person a copy of the Book of Prophecies. So maybe that green book is a copy of the Book of Prophecies, or maybe it could be like a rule book or something like that. Again, we still don't really know. Strelitzia is pretty interesting. Her role kind of reminds me of Luxu's role, where he was just kind of hiding in the side, observing. Again, we'll just have to wait for that English translation, which I might end up doing a reaction to. So guys, that's basically it for this video. What I want to know in the comment section below is Strelitzia. What do you think? Do you think I'm pronouncing the name wrong? What do you think of her character? Do you like her design? Are you happy that it's a girl? So guys, leave all your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out. And until next time guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye pal. We'll see ya real soon.